Hello, everybody, and welcome to Demon Tower. Demon Tower is a top-down hack and slash roguelite. Some of the mechanics are. Look, I'm having a lot of trouble making this video. Firstly, because Night in the Woods is probably one of my. Man, I can't even say it. Night in the Woods is very close to my heart, and it's been very difficult to write and to even get started on this audio recording because some of these topics that come up in the story are very personal to me, and I hope y'all can understand why I'm late. Anyways, Night in the Woods. Night in the Woods is a special game to me. When you load up the game, you start with a customizable poem about May's granddad. After that finishes, May arrives at Possum Springs at the bus station, and obviously her parents forgot. We are introduced to the basic mechanics of the game, such as walking, talking, and observing the environment, with a super small mini-game of picking up the soda for the repairman. As we leave the station, we learn how to do a higher jump and more interaction with jumping on stuff. The game is broken into 4 parts, and each part is divided into sections of days. Each day, you wake up, you get to talk to your mom. After that, you leave your house, you explore the town, you talk to town folks, and then you get to say hi to May's friends. After saying hi to all of them, or none of them if you want, you get to choose who you want to pick to hang out for that night. I chose mostly B, simply for her character arc, and we'll talk about her more later on. Each night there's a special event that combines minigames and character development in different environments. And there is a superstitious or supernatural, element to the game of this ghostly figure kidnapping people. Anyways, that is just the gist of the mechanics, and the bread and butter of Night in the Woods really is about connecting and talking to May's friends and growing with May. May's a dropout from college, and she was in her sophomore year, and it is hinted that something happened in her past at the very beginning. She comes back at the end of October, and there is a supernatural element that is happening underneath the townsfolks. But really, most importantly, it's May's story of coming of age. And really, the supernatural part is just a bit of spectacle and really takes a back seat up until halfway through the game. The core of the game is you wake up every single day and you experience something different, and you talk to the same people. Each friend, whose names are Greg, B, and Angus, and Germ. He's a weird one, but we'll push him out of the way. Each friend has their own trials and personal problems that they go through as well. Like I said, the game starts out with a poem, a customizable poem about May's granddad, which really does not give hints. I don't know why the game tells us this. I just might be, completely brain dead as to why this is, and I'm super. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know, but I think it's more of bittersweetness of remembering our past, which comes up a lot. So I think that's what it means. I'm not sure. Don't take my word, please. Anyways, the first call to action that May has may seem like the mysterious being kidnapping on the night of Halloween. And, for the normal person, I really think it is that. It's a wake-up call for her. But I think the reality is that her call to action started way back when she dropped out, when she came back home. She came back home to the same town, yet it felt different. And quoting my little module that I read, the hero moves on through the barrier into a new darker world. Along the way, the hero grows, not in just experience points or levels sense, but in the coming of age sense. The hero becomes a better person. And, as much as the spectacle is the thing that is giving her nightmares and, terrorizing the town, really, I think May still has not grown up. She has not grown up after she left college, and she's still a kid. And I think her coming back and experiencing Possum Springs again in a new light brought her ever so slightly to adulthood. Do I think she turned into an adult? Not really. But let me explain. Her first barrier is really that she is trying to fit in. She wants to become an adult. She wants to be respected as an adult. And she's just trying to talk to everyone, socializing. And she feels so miserably. As in the first party they go to, she gets drunk, she talks to her ex, and throws up. And, that's not very good. And really, honestly, this game has amazing awkward moments and self-doubting moments that I completely relate to. Before going to the party, she looks in the mirror and she tries to boost her confidence up, and it horribly goes down, and I can totally relate to that of trying to fit in. As you progress through the game, you spend more time with May's friends. You can choose throughout the day which friend you get to hang out for the night, and I mostly chose B for one particular reason. B's arc is something I relate to dearly, as well as May's, and I'll compare everything and dissect my inner head right now. But anyways, B's mother died senior year, and we don't get this exposition dump right away, but rather the car ride back home after the party. And even though you as the player might not know first, you feel bad. You feel like shit for not remembering, even though you have never even met B in the first place. But May has. And B had to take over her father's shop. Her father shopped in the down of the downtown area. And she never got an opportunity to go to college. And just feeling stuck. So she goes to these parties that are 2 hours away just to feel normal for 90 minutes. Her arc is really sweet in that she never had a sister. And she gets to bond with May. And they bond so well that... wow. They bond well enough to establish that they're almost sisters. And it's very sweet. It's very, very sweet. Anyways. Another barrier that May encounters is her family. And as much support her family gave her that she came back, you have this sense that this underlying tone of disappointment. And May is not hesitant to tell everyone that she is another failure in the family lineage. Even though her mom says no, you can feel it. You can feel it in her voice, even though they don't talk. They just, spew words, but you feel it. Look, personally, I was about to drop out of high school, or not high school, sorry. I was gonna drop out of college. I took a semester off, and in that semester, I felt the disappointment. I felt that maybe college wasn't good enough for me, or maybe do I even need college, or is this right for me? Am I doing anything right? Am I really just another failure in the family lineage? And I get it. I have those nightmares of just guilt and anxiety of being responsible and going to school and being responsible with your family and all this stuff. And it was hard. It was hard for me for a little while. And really, I felt sick, stuck, and alone for a while, and for that whole semester. I did not know what to do. I was just disappointed in myself, and I felt like I had disappointed everyone else. So, really, I can empathize with B and May and relate to that, and I think that's why I have such a hard time even starting this recording, really. Anyways, moving on from that sad stuff. I was gonna say a bad word, sorry. Moving on from that sad stuff, we can even interpret the whole spectacle of the story. Sorry, spoilers. The dads of Possum Springs sacrificing people to this mysterious god under them that would give them fruitful years in Possum Springs. Really, it could be boiled down, or not boiled down, sorry, interpreted as miners gone through trauma through their work and just life in general, and being passed down by the generations, which is called generational trauma. And it's weirdly a common theme of just trauma and identity. I mean, even look at May's dad. May's dad was an alcoholic, and we only get one sentence out of this, saying that May's dad was an alcoholic and was dangerous to her mother. And I think the whole trauma and identity and learning these stuff and how to cope with them, I think made May into a better person, not necessarily into an adult, but rather I think she was able to empathize with everyone. She wasn't afraid of not seeing the shapes, but rather seeing for who they are and letting one night in the woods help her to cope with that. Man, this is some sad stuff. It's not even sad. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope this made sense. I don't even know if I made sense. I feel like I'm just rambling here. But yeah, y'all should play this game.